Hey everybody, Stephen Michael Miller here with Strongbrook, and I'm so glad that you're here today. I'll tell you one thing that I always say, if you've ever been here before, you'll hear me say it again and again and again, that your time is your most valuable resource. Hopefully you're here because you're trying to figure out ways where you can actually free more of that time up for yourself, where you can spend more time with your family, spend more time doing what it is that you truly love to do, spend more time active in your hobbies, in your passions. That's what this is really all about. Here we are at the Strongbrook corporate offices, and I'm here to talk to you about creating more wealth. And when we talk about more wealth, I want to get very clear. What is it that we're truly trying to create? What is it that we really want? What is at the very base of that? In essence, what is your real why? Why are you moving forward in life and trying to create a better life for yourself? Why do you want to financially get out of the rat race? I think all of us have that same or similar goal, that we want to become financially free. And if I could just for a second remove that first part, it's not even so much that we want to become financially free, it's just that we want freedom. One thing that I have recognized here at Strongbrook is that we help people just like you every single day create more freedom for themselves. More freedom, more time freedom, more ability to do the things that you really want to do, to spend that time with people that you love. So the fact of the matter that you're here with me for the next hour just tells me a lot about you. It tells me that you are willing to do things better and different than you've ever done before, to figure out how you can amass and create more freedom in your life. So that's what we're here to talk about today. We're here to talk about freedom, and specifically we're here to talk about freedom through real estate. And one thing that I love about real estate is it does something for us that no other investment can. And we're going to dive right into that. But before I dive into that, what I really want to do is I want to show you some of our clients that have been through our system. I want to show you from their mouths their own experiences. I want you to learn and to see what is it exactly that we've been able to do for them here at Strongbrook. So without any further ado, why don't you go ahead and hear it from their mouths first.
Real estate and the income that we've received from it has allowed us to build our dream home. We wanted a nice house, and we got what we wanted. We set out for it, and we've got it. We went ahead, we invested with Strongbrook. We invested our time and our money, and in return, we got a lot of money. We learned about how to do this from Strongbrook a few years ago, and they took us step by step, and they held our hand and took us through each of the steps to do this. And it was an amazing experience. Less than 1 year, we purchased 3 homes.
As we've listened to Strongbrook teach over the years, it's become very apparent that if we want to have a solid retirement, we need to develop multiple income streams, and the ideal income stream is a passive income stream. By participating in real estate, we've gained that benefit, but we've also gained the benefit, for instance, with our first property, of having an increase in value sufficient that we were able to sell it at a nice profit and use the money. We actually did some home improvement after 7 kids beating up the house. It was time, but it served our needs, and we just didn't have that available from our regular monthly income to take care of something like that.
My name is Wileen Benson. When I first heard about Strongbrook, my husband and I were wanting to get back into real estate. We were introduced to Strongbrook, received a game plan assessment, and really surprised us to find out that we actually had 7 different options. 7 different options where we could start investing right away. So we purchased a property within 6 months after we got started. We've actually got 2 properties now, cash flowing rental properties, and have just loved everything all along the way.
My name's Cheryl Buckley. Here at Strongbrook, I actually make money. I just received my 1099 for last year, and I made $50,000. That is huge for me. And actually, it's about the same amount of money as my husband made this year.
Literally, it's been, for me, just showing up to sign some papers. And because I trust the company and, know that everything's going to turn out, I'm okay to sign. I don't have to read all the fine print and all of that.
I remember the first time I was actually introduced to Strongbrook, and it had come after this long run of trying to figure out how to create wealth on my own. I'd been to real estate seminars, I had read books, I had been immersed in Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and I wanted to learn how to create financial freedom, but what I learned is I was always the one getting in my own way.
My experience in the Strongbrook real estate mostly originally started as me just helping connect people to the company that they were able to do real estate with.
Well, before I came to work at Strongbrook, I actually tried to figure out how to do real estate on my own, and discovered at the time that I had the credit, I had the income, but I didn't know how to partner. And after coming to work here, I discovered that there are ways for people to partner and get real estate together and serve our needs for not having money and the other party's needs for not having the credit and the income. And it's turned out to be very profitable for us.
I sat down with Chris Crone. He gave me a game plan, and he said, Cheryl, you've got to stop the bleeding, because I'm 61 years old, so I was 50-something, and I knew we were in trouble, but I didn't realize the extent to how serious it was. And so he proceeded to help me to invest in a property. And so I'm a real estate investor here. But probably the most important thing that happened for me is that my mindset. Being able to rub shoulders with the founders of this company and all the wonderful people that it has attracted has helped me to think differently and to take different actions that I used to do.
So as far as finding properties, Kurt would just come to me and say, hey, there's somebody who wants to partner with us because our credit is, impeccable. And so we're great candidates to help someone who has the capital, who has the cash, but maybe doesn't have the credit, and we partner with them.
I'm very grateful that our project managers do reach to us instead of me having to call them. They're reaching out to us first.
This is what's so unique about Strongbrook. They've got the Wealth Intensive, which teaches all things real estate, not just how we go do real estate for you as a company. When I say we, I mean them, but I just feel like I'm their family, right? But it's how you can go do real estate for yourself. They really teach you how to do real estate, get in the weeds if you want, and do real estate investing. No money down, creative real estate, all the kind of stuff I love. Plus, they have the benefit of, we go out there and hold your hand and do real estate for you. That's the Wealth Intensive. That is, in and of itself, to me, my favorite piece.
So my Strongbrook experience has been absolutely amazing. Strongbrook has offered the tools that I need to be able to reach all of the goals that I have in my life.
Once I really got what I was doing in alignment with who I am, I'm much happier. I love my life now. Everything has totally turned around. Our finances are much better. We have a really wonderful, abundant life that we live now. Relationships within my family are better. I actually am starting my own coaching business now because of it. And so pretty much every area of my life has just totally transformed. And I really owe a lot to what I've learned in Strongbrook.
So we're thankful for Strongbrook helping us 8 years ago. So, because we know that Social Security is not going to be our retirement. And so we have found that when my husband was laid off 3 times, we didn't even have to worry about the money coming in because it was the cash flow from our rentals paying for our mortgage. And so that's why we think real estate is the way to go. And we're going to be closing on our next home next week. So we're just passionate about it. Awesome. And getting cash flow and residual income. It does work.
I own properties in Vegas, 2 properties. I'm getting ready to sell 1 property, and we will buy 2 more properties. And so what they promise you in Strongbrook and the game plan that you get, it's actually exactly what they say. So that's a big deal to me. So this company does what it says.
I'm a real estate guy. I was attracted to Strongbrook originally because of real estate, and I'm all things real estate. The beautiful thing, though, is that I've helped people, whether it's been real estate or mindset, personal development. There's always a room for someone. There's always a place for someone in Strongbrook. It's just making that experience unique for that person. But for me, it's definitely real estate.
I love that. You know, I know every single person that was in that video, and I've come over the last several years to get to know them, to know their wants and their needs, to understand their goals and the things that they're trying to accomplish with their families. And I love to see the true results, the real benefit of what a program like ours here at Strongbrook can do for people, can do for families, creating that freedom for them in their lives. So again, we're here to talk about real estate, and not just real estate in general, but a very specific type of real estate that creates those type of benefits for our clients, and that can create those type of benefits for you as well. Real estate is not just about the creation, though. It's about managing, protecting, and making sure that as you're growing your wealth, that you've got a specific system that you can tie in and tap into. So this is what we're here to talk about. Now, I want to make something clear here. 90% of American millionaires made their money in what? In real estate. We know this. This is something you've probably heard or maybe even read in many, many different books. Well, if that's true, if 90% of American millionaires made their money in real estate, then why isn't everyone doing it? Well, here's the reality. The reality is it's hard. It's difficult. It is rocket science. We have a friend of ours who's one of our company advisors. He's been an amazing business owner and businessman. He sold his company for millions of dollars. And he is a literal rocket science, okay? When he took a look at what we do in real estate and what it really actually takes to do real estate successfully, he even said something to that effect. He said, guys, this isn't simple. All those TV shows, all those programs talk about how simple real estate is, how easy it is. And the reality is it is kind of like rocket science. It's constantly moving, it's constantly changing. It's difficult, which is why although 90% of American millionaires made their money in real estate, everyone's not doing it. Because if it were so easy, everyone would do it. Well, this is one of the benefits that Strongbrook brings to the table, is we make something that's very complicated for the average individual, and even that's very complicated for some experts. And we've created a simple and easy system around it. We've made it so that no matter who you are, no matter what your background is or where you come from, what walk of life you're from, you can actually tap in and do it too. This is something that's simple and easy for you. So I want to talk about financial freedom. And I want for a second for you to really get clear on what your definition is for financial freedom, because I believe that everyone has a little bit of a different definition. So if you'll do this with me, play just a quick game with me, take out your pen and paper, open up your Word document wherever you are on your computer, or if you're in a car, pull over to the side of the road and just do a quick exercise here. I want you to write down what your definition for financial freedom is, and I will give you 15 seconds starting now. 15 seconds. Your definition for financial freedom. 10 more seconds. What does it mean to you? What does it look like? Okay, as you're writing this down, you got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's 15 seconds. So hopefully you were able to write something down, your definition in brief terms of what financial freedom means to you. Now, I believe that I can show you something here that I hope will be able to encapsulate all of your definitions, because financial freedom to me is very, very simple. It's nothing more than residual income exceeding expenses, right? Residual income exceeding expenses. Now, I think we've all heard this term residual income. It gets thrown around all over the place. If you go to any wealth building seminar or real estate seminar, they'll use this term residual income. Problem is, for most of us, is we don't have it, right? So we need to help, we need to find the right way, an easy and simple way to actually earn residual income. If you think about different ways that you can earn a residual income, there's a couple that come to mind. Obviously, there are some investments that can help you earn it. Real estate's one of them. You could write a book. And I don't know how many of you have ever tried to write a book or maybe in the process of writing a book, but there's a small percentage of people who write a book and actually earn a living from it. Most people who write a book, they do it because they love it. It's their life's work. Maybe it's something they want to leave as a legacy to their children, but it's not really earning them that money. Or you could go and become part of The Voice or American Idol or one of those other, programs where you can become famous and get a record deal. That's another way you can get a residual income. I'm here to talk today about the residual income that is the safest and the easiest through a systematized form of real estate. A form of real estate that can help you clear up your schedule, clear up your time, and clear up those worries that are bogging you down at night, that are helping you to stay up all hours of the night, right? We want to help you get more sleep. We want to help you have better conversations with your wife. We want to help you, or your husband, or your spouse, or your significant other. We want to help you clear your mind and have peace of mind. This is the type of investing that we're talking about. And so just real quick, residual income is income that is continuously generated after an initial investment of time, money, and effort. That's what it is. So most of us don't have it, so we have to get there, right? So I want you to think for a second. When your residual income exceeds your expenses, you no longer have to work. That's an interesting topic, having to work. Right now, are you in a situation where you feel like you have to go to work, right? Most of us are, we've got bills, we've got children, we've got lifestyles that we're trying to keep up. Whatever it might be, we have responsibilities that we have to answer to. And one thing that I love about residual income is it allows you to continually answer those responsibilities without having to spend the most valuable resource, which is what? Your time, right? We talked about that already. So, I've got an example here, 3 different people. I want you to think to yourself, who has the most financial freedom? Now, if I took a look at this right now, and if I were just to, on the surface, take a look at these different individuals. We've got a doctor here, maybe she's earning $250,000 a year. We've got a general contractor, let's say that he's earning $86,000 a year, and a teacher who's earning $40,000 a year. Now, just based on their income, who would you like to emulate the most? Who would you love to switch places with, right? I think most of us would take a look at this and say, oh man, I'd love to be in the position of that doctor. Of course, unless you're maybe already a doctor, then you know, right? But most of us would say, man, I'd love to be earning that $250,000 a year. She's in the top 1%. That would be fantastic. And absolutely, it definitely could be. And let's just take it another step. She also has $450,000 of combined assets. Now, I don't know where those are, but let's just assume she's doing what the average American is. She's buying down her home or paying off her home. She's putting her money in her 401k or IRAs. Maybe she's got some stocks or other types of mutual funds or something like that. But she's kind of just doing what the normal person's doing. Now we've got a general contractor here. He has $1 million of raw land. Now that's really exciting. He's a net worth millionaire. We're going to talk about net worth in a minute, but is net worth really powerful if it's not paying you on a monthly basis? Not really. So we're going to talk more about that in a second. But we also have this teacher, and she has something that the other 2 don't have. She has 10 rental properties. She has 10 properties that are paying her every single month. Let's unveil this here. What this means is she has something that the other 2 don't have. She has a residual income. Her residual income is earning her $3,800 every single month, which means that she is creating freedom for herself. If something were to happen to her and she could not go back to work, she'd still be okay. Not only would she be okay, but her expenses would be covered. She would have true freedom. She would be able to breathe a different type of air. Have you ever been in a situation where you felt like you didn't know what your next step was going to be, or you felt tied down or tied to that job, or you felt scared because of the fluctuations in the economy, because you understood that if you lost your job tomorrow, you may last a week or 2, maybe less, or maybe a little bit more, but you'd be put in a crazy or strange bind. What I love about this teacher in this scenario is if she were to stop working tomorrow, she'd be okay. She would still have the income that could sustain her and her family through those hard times. And these other 2 individuals, right, the general contractor and the doctor, if they were to stop working tomorrow, life would look different. Life would be stressful. Life would be unpleasant. They'd have to go and rush around and maybe ask family for help or ask friends for help, or maybe rely on government programs, which none of us want to have to rely on, and which may not even be around in the near future. They'd have to do some crazy things, whereas this teacher is safe. There's true safety there in that residual income. So I want to talk about here, what we're talking about is the difference between earned income, or trading our time for money, net worth, which has to be converted into cash flow, and of course residual income is where the true financial freedom is found. So if you stopped working today, how long would you last? Again, if you've got that pen and paper, just write it down for a second. Just get clear. I'm not going to see this. No one else is going to see this but you. But I want you to get clear for a moment. If you had to stop working today for whatever reason, how long could you actually last? Would you last a week, Would you last a year? Would you last 5 years? And depending on your answer is going to determine really how much you've got to do and how fast you've got to go at it. And if you are confident in your abilities, then maybe you can make up some of that time. And if you're not, maybe you can work with a team of experts that can help you do that as well. So I want to talk about this. In order to accumulate, or in order to get a residual income of $5,000 a month, just $5,000 a month, how much would you need to save up? Now, I'm not going to sit here and make you wait and find out, but I want you to assume a 4% annual dividend. So if you were to try to get a $5,000 per month residual income, assuming a 4% annual dividend, you would need to accumulate $1.5 million. Let me put this into perspective for you for just a second. That means that you would need to actually save every single month for 20 years straight, $1,798. Now, that alone wouldn't give you that $1.5 million. You would actually have to invest it year over year over year at a minimum of a 10.8% interest rate. Now, I didn't just pull that number out from anywhere. 10.8% is the 30-year S&P average, right? It's a stock market. 30-year S&P average. So if you were to save $1,798 every single month for 20 years, invested every single year at a 10.8% interest rate, you would then be able to accumulate that 1.5. But here's the harsh reality. The average American is spending 100% of what they earn. As a matter of fact, the average American is spending more than even what they earn, right? Maybe 110%. They're going into debt. They're putting it on credit cards. They're getting home equity lines and all these different things, and they're just running up more and more and more debt. So how likely are we to get ahead if we're constantly getting behind, right? We've got to do something to bridge the gap. We've got to do some things differently. As a matter of fact, there's a saying that I learned not too long ago, and I can't remember exactly where I heard it or learned it from, but it's the saying that different isn't always better, but better will always be different. So if you're looking for better results, if you're looking for more freedom, if you're looking for more peace of mind, you've got to be willing to do something better, something different, right? So I'm going to talk about two different options that you've got some choices here. These two different options, no matter where I travel around the nation or different parts of the world, I always have two different types of people. We've got our option number oneers who want to learn it and they want to do it themselves. And that is a great option. I know there are individuals, a smaller percentage, I would say, of individuals that will take this information and they'll actually go out and implement it. They'll go out and do some things with it. And so I know I've always got some of those people in the room. But then I also know that I've got option number twoers, or people that can learn it. They're okay learning the information, but then they want someone else to do it for them. Now, we have a philosophy here at our company, or a saying, which we say all the time, which is, if you want something done right, don't do it yourself, right? If you want something done right, don't do it yourself. Now, that's different from what most of us are taught. We live in a do-it-yourself society, DIY. You see all the DIY home programs, go to HGTV or any other channel that has those kind of, yard crashers or flip this or that house. It's all about doing all these things yourself. And that conversation is an interesting one for me because I have learned that the times where I have made the very most progress in my life are times when I have tapped into the expertise of others, where I haven't tried to be the master of all trades, right? You have ever heard that? No, you haven't, because you're not a master of all trades, you're a jack of all trades. You can do a lot of things okay. But when it comes to really doing those things that are the most important and doing them the best, if we're not already at a high level of expertise there, that is an awesome opportunity to reach out to people that have been there and done that. I'll give you a quick example. Let's just say that I were to experience let's just say that my appendix were to burst right here, right now. I have a couple of different options, right? I could go call 911 and have them come and get me and take me to the hospital and operate on me. Or I could get my phone and I could look up YouTube, right? I could take my little phone right here and I could type in YouTube and I could put in appendix surgery. And I could watch it, go through it, and I can guarantee you could probably find a full-length appendix surgery video right there on YouTube. I could get a little knife and I could operate on myself, and if I didn't die right away, maybe I could actually get through it and be okay. The reality is, though, I would probably do something wrong because I'm not an expert and I've never done it before, and even watching it, I might mess up or I might slip or maybe I can't see it right or whatever the case is, and I'd probably end my life. I'd probably die. Not the best option. Now, that's an extreme option, obviously. But think about it for a second. How often do we operate on ourselves financially speaking? How often do we get involved with this investment strategy or that investment strategy and try to do it ourselves, whether it's real estate or stocks or whatever else? And we operate on ourselves and we die and we kill ourselves financially over and over and over again. Would it be, or could it be, a better use of our time and energy to hire somebody else, to take on a mentor, to learn from someone who's been there and done that? Well, that is our philosophy, and it's served us extremely well. But I want to get into here real quick these different options. Again, learn it and do it yourself first of all. What do we provide there? We have something that's called our Creative PSA, or a Creative Professional Service Agreement. This includes a lot of different amazing things. How to do no money down deals, transacting great big deals with big equity in your backyard, identifying the best markets, getting paid thousands for bird dog networking. Really exciting there. How the money is really made when flipping deals. We talk all about that and a whole lot more. And you also get access to some amazing things. You get access to the insider tips and tricks, an online community of individuals that are helping to support you in what you're doing with your investing, an elite mastermind with like-minded individuals, networking with other members to do actual deals, and these live deals that are available at different events that we hold, all for the individuals that want to do it on their own. Again, although you're doing it on your own, you're never really going to be doing it on your own, right? Even people that are into real estate, you're always going to be surrounding yourself with other like-minded people, other people that are part of your power team to help you execute and have the very best success. And we provide that here with our Creative Professional Service Agreement. Now, that being said, most individuals I think that we talk to are individuals that say, you know what, I love what I do. I spend most of my time doing what I do. I don't really have all this other time outside of my work and family and everything else I'm involved with to get out there and become a real estate guru. I still want to learn it, but I want you to do it for me. And we've created a system, we call it our facilitated real estate system, where our team of over 200 experts go to work for you. We eat, breathe, sleep, love real estate. And we get in the weeds and we do all the work for you, giving you 100% of the profit. Now, how do we do this, you might ask yourself? Well, let me make sure I'm going to make sure that I explain it very, very simply for you, because the reality is the system that we've created is super, super simple for you. Open it up, it's like a watch, right? If you look at a watch and you were to open up a watch, it's extremely complicated on the inside. All these interworking pieces, all these cogs that are kind of chiming and moving in exact synchronicity, is that a word? Together. And it's amazing what's happening when you open up that watch. When you close it, you see a very simple system. You see simple hands that are just simply moving, and it's very easy, and it works, and it holds the time for you. That's a lot of how and what we do for our clients. We are these working cogs behind the scenes, and they get to experience the beauty of looking at time, right? And looking at what it's actually doing for them and experiencing those benefits. This all starts with a customized game plan. This customized game plan is unbelievable. And I will tell you, one of the biggest things that people take away from this customized game plan are options. An understanding of things that they didn't know before. Removed blind spots, actually having doors open that they thought were shut maybe for years. So this Strongbrook game plan really allows our trained specialists to evaluate your best options and strategies, help you understand how what you have right now, the assets, the income, and everything else, how that can fit into the system that we've created and what your options truly are. And the neat thing about this is one of two things are going to happen. Either you're going to love your options or you're not going to like them. And either you're going to start, moving forward with Strongbrook and utilize what we do for you, or you're going to say it's not for me. I'm okay with either option. We're just trying to determine and help you unveil and unleash some options that you didn't even know that you had before. So that game plan is a crucial step. Once we've got your game plan, we then go to work for you. We help to find, buy, fix, finance, lease, manage, maintain, and then when you're ready, sell your home. And most of this we're actually doing all for you. Literally, you're not the landlord, you're not in the weeds. You actually get to take advantage of a group of people who have been there and done that and are doing it right now. And we get to do those things for you as well. And how we make our money, because I want to help you understand that, again, this isn't a charity. I said it before that you get 100% of the gain on your investments, and I meant it. But where we make our money is in the transactions, actually in the process. We own the several companies that support the investment process, and we earn about 5% in the typical real estate fees that you'd be paying one of the different companies anyway, right? So that's how we make our money. We've turned it into a true win-win, where the more we can help you win, the more as a company we'll win as well. So we've really made that contingent upon your success. How this facilitated real estate works is that we assign you a personal coach who's dedicated to your success. Their goal, first and foremost, is to design your custom game plan, help you understand how our system can go to work for you, making this easy for you. We educate you on our growth and income markets. Now, those are two different types of markets, and the reality is there are so many different types of real estate, but at Strongbrook, we focus on a very specific form of real estate that works into those two different markets, and we talk and teach you all about that. We help you identify, access, and leverage assets. Most people, I think, just for a second, imagine if you would, for just a moment, a financial argument that maybe you've had, maybe you witnessed your parents have. Why does any couple ever experience financial stress? Why do they ever have financial arguments? Usually it's because there's not enough, or maybe an investment went wrong, or maybe there's too much month at the end of the money. You've probably heard that before. At Strongbrook, one of the amazing things that we've helped individuals to do is to relieve that stress. It's so fun to see and to hear the stories of families that were so stressed out financially. I know very, very specific stories from some of these individuals that you even saw in that video who were going into debt thousands of dollars a month, or going into debt several $100s a month. And after working with us, after a very short time, we're now cash flow positive. And those are the type of things that we love to hear. That's the relief that we provide for our clients and people just like you. We then find and present deals that fit into your game plan. We facilitate the financing, and then really you make the decisions. We are just facilitating the execution. We're just going out and doing all the work for you to make sure that we're not hitting the roadblocks that someone with less experience may hit. And the reality is as a company, we've done a ton of real estate with our clients. We've actually transacted over $500 million of real estate with our clients over the last several years. So it's been a really exciting experience. Now, what we do here at Strongbrook is we specialize in a short-term buy and hold strategy of single-family homes that are bought below the median. Why do we buy homes that are below the median home price? Well, because that's the area, that's the grouping of homes that is in most demand. That's the type of homes where that are easily filled. Those are the homes that, because we're staying in these strict parameters, we can have a higher return and less risk. It says right here, minimize the risk and maximize profits. Now, this is an interesting concept and philosophy. Actually, this is a philosophy that Warren Buffett, if you don't know who Warren Buffett is, he's one of the richest men in the world. This is a philosophy that he uses himself. He says, before I do any investment, I want to make sure that it has a large margin of safety. In other words, he says, in order for me to get the greatest returns on my investment, it has to have a large margin of safety, or low risk, which is counterintuitive. It's not what most of us, or how most of us approach investing. Most of us say, well, in order for me to get a really high return, it has to be really risky, right? High return equals high risk. You've ever heard that? Or high risk will equal high return. Well, Warren Buffett thinks counterintuitively. He thinks, in order for me to get the highest return, I have to have the very lowest risk. So here at Strongbrook, we agree with that philosophy all the way. We say in order for us to create the very highest return for our clients, we have to get them into properties and into investments that have a very, very low risk. And what does that do? That creates for you more peace of mind. It allows you to move forward with confidence. One thing that most people don't have when they get started in investing is true confidence in what they're doing moving forward. Because again, you haven't spent the 10,000 hours to necessarily become that expert. So although you're learning from somebody, you may be learning from an expert, when you go out there to actually do it on your own, there's trepidation, there's a lack of confidence. Sometimes there's a misstep because you're afraid or you hesitate or something happens. And with Strongbrook's system and what we provide for our clients, that peace of mind goes so far. That peace of mind based on thousands of deals that have been done correctly, again, doesn't eliminate the risk. We cannot get rid of all risk. This is an investment. This is real estate. But what we can do is look at all of our past deals and take actual data that will help us to make better choices. This is where our clients get to benefit and they just get the benefit of what we've learned and what we've experienced, and they don't have to go through that themselves. So what we do very well is we help you do at least one home the right way first, just starting off. If I can help you do one home the right way, I can help that home purchase your next home. And then those homes purchase your next couple homes, and so on and so forth as we help you to grow your portfolio. This is what it looks like over time. If I can help you start in year one with just 2 homes, then over 20 years, you can see this timeline over here. Over 20 years, I can grow those 2 homes into 13 paid off free and clear homes. That means with an initial investment, let's just call it about $85,000, you can turn that $85,000 into $1.8 million of net worth. And again, net worth doesn't matter to me as much, but the cash flow does, that residual income. How about $132,000 of residual income every year? With $132,000 of residual income, we can start making a real, true plan for retirement, a retirement that we enjoy. We can look forward to traveling with our spouse. We can look forward to visiting our children and our grandchildren. We can look forward to living our passions and helping people as we want to. With that kind of a retirement income, life looks different. With that type of retirement income, there's more peace of mind. So this is what we help our clients to achieve. And this is how we do it. Again, I talked about track record earlier. This is just our track record on the last 1,000 deals, and I'm not going to go through all the specifics here. You can take a screenshot or write these things down if you'd like to. But just to really condense this into in a really neat little nutshell, like I said before, this just helps us to invest with more strict parameters. The more strict we can be with our parameters, the more information that we have, the better decisions we can make. It creates more predictability, which again helps me to minimize my risk or mitigate a lot of it because I can make better decisions and better choices and maximize my profits and maximize your profits. That's what it's all about. It's about, again, helping your investments to work for you better, where you don't necessarily have to step in and be that guru. You could take advantage of the experience, the knowledge, and the know-how of a company that's been doing it for years and years. So what we do is, again, we get you your game plan. We assign you your project manager. You then leverage our team of experts through your project manager. We then help you access the best properties. We facilitate the funding, fixing, leasing, management of those properties. We then help you put a comprehensive asset protection in place. At the very beginning, I talked about create, manage, protect, and grow your wealth, right? Doing real estate the right way doesn't just mean that you accumulate a lot of properties. You have to put the proper protection in place. And so we help our clients to do that as well. And then it's kind of a rinse and repeat as you're buying, selling, expanding, growing your portfolio. As you're turning that first home into 2 homes, turning those 3 homes or those 2 homes into then 3 or 4 homes, right? As you're expanding your portfolio, and your project manager is with you the whole way, again, to give you that peace of mind. These are individuals that have helped thousands of other individuals to do the exact same thing that you're looking to do, which is to grow an investment and allow your investments to build and grow on their own. Let's not be mistaken. Pulling out a hammer and working on a home or flipping a home yourself and doing the remodel and the fix up, that's not a true investment. That's you going out there and doing another job. Investments should work for you so that you can get that time back. That's what we provide for our clients, is freedom, is time freedom. The ability to spend those evenings rather than out there doing a second job or working on your investments. We allow you to be spending that time working with your family. All the while, we're going to work for you. We're doing those things for you, utilizing our expertise, our almost a decade of experience here in our current marketplace. And not only that, but hundreds of years of combined real estate experience to go to work for you to create the results that you're looking for. So which option is best for you? Option number 1, learn it and do it yourself, or option number 2, learn it and we do it for you? I'm not sure what options is best for you right now, but what I do know is that every single one of you, because you're here and you're listening tonight, I'm going to give you a gift, and that's a gift of a free custom game plan. Now, this is a plan that other companies will charge hundreds, if not thousands of dollars for, and we literally give it to you for free. When you go on here to strongbrook.com/SB, that's in Strongbrook, SB, SB/game plan. Now, whoever invited you to this live stream or this event here tonight will be able to give you their username so you can get direct access to that. So all you do is you'll put in their username, strongbrook.com/SB/game plan. When you type that in, you go there, you will then be able to access and request your own free personalized game plan. Again, this isn't a marriage proposal. This is just, let's see what we can do for you. And like I said before, one of two things are going to happen. Either you're going to love your options and want to work with us, or you're going to hate your options and not want to work with us. But at the end of the day, one thing that I do believe very firmly is that we are going to be able to show you options that you didn't know were available to you. So my request, my recommendation for all of you here tonight is to go on and get that free game plan. Make that first step. If you're looking for a better today, if you're looking for a better tomorrow, if you're looking to create a legacy for you and your family, if you just want more income to live better even right now in the moment, or if you're looking for a better way to grow your money and grow your assets, this game plan will show you things that you never thought possible. Don't count yourself out. No matter what it is that you've heard of or done in the past, or maybe some of the decisions that you've made that didn't get you to where you wanted to be before, put that all aside for just a minute. Put all your skepticism aside for just a minute and do something different. Get a game plan that can put you on a path to creating true peace of mind for you and your family, that can give you true time freedom, that can give you the time to go out there and pursue your hobbies, pursue your other goals that you have, maybe start that charity, maybe go out and travel more with your spouse, whatever it might look like. But give yourself the benefit of a doubt and give Strongbrook the opportunity to show you the opportunities that you may not even know are available to you. With that, I just want to say thank you again. Thanks for spending this time with us. We're so appreciative of all that you're here and learning and doing. And if there's anything that we can provide to help you in your journey, we'd love to do that. Grab your free game plan. Again, one more time, go on to whatever the person that invited you, their username, strongbrook.com/SB/game plan. With that, everyone have a fantastic evening. We hope to see you again. Bye-bye.